Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, including the next GTA Online DLC, what unreleased content is going to be coming up next, and a whole lot more. And I'm going to be trying to answer all the questions that you guys have thrown at me today. So we've got a lot to talk about, so let's not waste any more time, and let's get it started. All right, so our first question today is a pretty good one. It comes from Greg, who says, do you think there will ever be a bonus for gun running sales? So that's a good question, Greg, because I know a lot of you guys have this really nice strategy of actually waiting for the new DLC items to go on sale. That's actually not a bad thought because you obviously don't want to pay full price for it, especially if you're tight on cash. Well, we know that the current sales have nothing to do with the gun running stuff that released. Typically what happens is about 4 to 6 weeks after the current DLC comes out, that's when Rockstar start doing discounts on the new content. We saw that with Import-Export. We saw that with Cunning Stunt Special Vehicle Circuit. And this might be discounts on some of the items in the game, like clothing or the bunkers. Or this might be, you know, a money-making opportunity, like 25% extra cash on the bunker sales. Or one thing I think would be pretty cool is if items were to research quicker. So like during this time, items would research 50% faster than they normally do. That would be a very welcomed bonus, as we know the research takes an incredibly long amount of time. So to answer your question, will there ever be a bonus for the gun running stuff? Yes, there will be. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And typically that time is somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Rockstar obviously want people to buy it when it's new at full price. But yes, eventually, sometime down the line, there is going to be sales for this stuff. So if you're waiting on that, you're just going to have to be pretty patient. All right, before we move on, I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by War Robots, which is a tactical PvP multiplayer game. It's a mobile game. It's 6v6. I just came back recently from E3, as you guys know, and I was on the plane for like 4 hours, and I needed something to do, and this is a game that I was actually playing non-stop. It's a lot of fun. You get your choice of robots with variations in styles, designs, abilities, different maps and locations. If you click the link in the description, it's where you can actually go and download the game. My link will get you a bonus of 100 gold, 100,000 silver, and 2 times Punishers, which are new bots that you can play as. So once again, check out the link in the description. You guys right now are seeing some pretty cool gameplay of this. Like I said, I was playing this for hours when I was coming back from the plane on E3. And since GTA 5 isn't on mobile, we obviously can't take that on the go. So it's great to have fun games like this. Like I said, I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can check it out for yourself, download it, and get going. All right, up next, we have a question from Brandon Randall, who says, how long do you think it will take for all of the gun running content to be released? So I think the answer to that can actually be found on the Newswire, but because this wasn't one of the main talking points that Rockstar brought up, I'll actually read you guys what Rockstar said. So they were basically saying, you know, thank you to the Grand Theft Auto Online community. Gun running has been a huge success. And then they say, in the summer weeks and months ahead, we've got lots more fun modes and high-octane vehicles coming your way. So they specifically use the word weeks, which is plural, and months, which is plural too. So to me, that indicates that the gun running content is likely going to take multiple months in order to come out. This is just my prediction, but I think it's going to last all the way through July, all the way through August, and then maybe even part of September, meaning the next time we're likely going to see a big Grand Theft Auto Online update might actually be sometime in October. But anyways, getting back to what you said, how long do you think it will take for them to release all the gun running content? Well, from what we've seen so far, their event weeks are lasting roughly anywhere from 7 to 10 days. And if Rockstar, you know, releases 1 vehicle per 7 to 10 days and they have 7 left, then yeah, that's going to be a little over 2 months until all the content is released. And that just includes vehicles. There's a couple more adversary modes in the game. You never know. Rockstar might skip a week. They might decide, you know, they're not going to add a car at this time. So it could be a long, long time for them to add all the gun running stuff into the game. And it honestly, like I said, wouldn't surprise me if it lasted all the way until September until we saw something like that. Now, that's actually a great segue. We get another question from Prince Kwan, who says, will we see another big DLC anytime soon? And Prince, I think the answer to that is no. I think for the next couple months, it's all going to be the unreleased gun running stuff. It's going to be sales and bonuses and discounts and stuff like that. And I think it's going to be a pretty good bit until we see another big Grand Theft Auto Online DLC. So hopefully you either, number one, enjoy the gun running content, or number two, can find another game that you enjoy if you don't enjoy the gun running content, or will be satisfied with all the drip feed vehicles that are going to be coming soon. Luckily, a lot of the unreleased vehicles are pretty awesome. I'm very excited about all of them for the most part, which is great. And the Wagner, the one that was just recently released, is no exception to that. It's one of the best cars in the game. So Rockstar started off with a bang, and I'm sure they're going to be ending off with a bang too. As my prediction is, they're going to end with the supercar, the XA21. All right, moving on. Our next question comes from It's Ataku, who says, what vehicle do you think will be released next within the coming weeks, months? So this is actually a pretty easy question to answer, as we know the tentative schedule. So it's either going to be the Night Shark, which is on the Warstock Cash and Carry website, or it's going to be the Cheetah Classic. So we're either going to be getting the Ferrari Testarossa, one of the most requested vehicles in the GTA series, or we're going to be getting the Mini Insurgent. Now, I think the Mini Insurgent, the Night Shark, is a little bit more useful or valuable than the Cheetah Classic, because the Cheetah Classic, it's going to be a very awesome sports classic car, but I'm not going to use it all that much other than it being a really shiny, nice car that I keep in my garage. Whereas the Night Shark, I feel like is going to be useful. You can use it on the gun running missions. It can, carry, the aircraft trailer. It can do a whole lot of other things. It's fast. It's durable. So I hope it's the Night Shark, because I'm really looking forward to that. But like I mentioned earlier, all the cars are pretty exciting, so you can't really go wrong with whatever one is going to be released. All right, our next question comes from Savage Gamer, who says, Mr. Boss, do you think Rockstar is going to do a gun running part 2? And do you think they'll add more rocket vehicles? I kind of hope they don't, and this is nothing to do with the gun running update. I think there's a lot of other amazing ideas that Rockstar could explore, and I would hate for them to do a part 2 of something we've kind of already got in the game. Could there be a ton of epic things that Rockstar could add, like what you mentioned, more rocket vehicles, more aircrafts, weapons? Yes, and it would be a great DLC. But I think there's a lot of other themes that Rockstar could tap into that are brand new, and especially since Grand Theft Auto Online is getting fewer and fewer updates, it would make sense that they explore new themes and not rehash old ones. So is it always a possibility? Yes, probably given the success of gun running. I just hope they choose to do and explore something brand new. Now, thinking of something brand new, we have a question from Tim, who says, do you think the next DLC will be Tuners and Outlaws? So the reason I'm talking about this is because of something one of the Rockstar live stream employees said to another GTA YouTuber, GTA Wise Guy, and they basically made a comment about him enjoying tuner wheels in Benny's Original Motorworks. And some people are saying that this is like a confirmation that some sort of Tuners DLC is coming next. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I would love it, don't get me wrong, if Tuners and Outlaws or a theme similar to that was the next update, but I don't think that's a surefire home run like that's the next DLC. Because believe it or not, there's multiple different branches of Rockstar's team and who knows what. The live stream social team probably knows way less than what the development team knows, that what the upper management knows. So I don't necessarily think that's a confirmation. I think it's interesting for sure, and it would be awesome if that theme were explored. But yeah, Tuners and Outlaws would be awesome. But is it the next update? I have no idea. I think only Rockstar knows that. All right, our next question comes from Dan Phillips, who says, do you know what will be released on the 4th of July? I don't think anything new, Dan. I think the only thing that's slated to happen is a new premium race and a new time trial. But other than that, that is it. I think the next time we're going to be getting new content in the game will be the day after this event ends. And this event ends on July 10th. So that would mean that on July 11th would be the most likely date in which we would see new content. I think July 4th is off for a couple reasons. Number one, it's in the middle of an event week, but also number two, it's Independence Day for us here in the United States, so less people will be playing. They'll be spending time with their friends and their family and stuff like that. So my prediction is nothing on July 4th, and the next time we'll get something will be on July 11th. Our next question comes from Philippe, who says, Take-Two have seemed to have filed a trademark for something called Tasty Town. Your thoughts? Sounds interesting. Take-Two Interactive own a lot of different intellectual property. So could this be related to Rockstar? Yes. Could this be related to something completely different, like another one of their, tens of hundreds of games? Yes, absolutely. It's interesting because we don't know what this is about or what game it's for, but we'll just have to keep our eyes and ears peeled on this in the future, as it'll definitely be interesting to see what game is related to this Tasty Town, trademark. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. Thanks for talking about that, Philip. I didn't think anyone was going to mention that, so it is pretty interesting. Moving on, we have a question from ZZBW, who says, do you think that the Torero will be the new fastest sports classic car? I'm not sure. I've done some brief testing with it, and it seems to be slower than the Infernus Classic and the Turismo Classic, so my gut prediction is no. But I'm, of course, no expert on that category, so we'll really just have to wait and see till it comes out. But honestly, I think that this car is going to be more of a showman's car than like a racing car. I rarely see people doing sports classic races all that much when you compare it to like bikes and supercars and stuff like that. So I'm really not too sure. I think it will be competitive, so I don't think it will be worthless by any stretch of the imagination, but will it overtake the Infernus and the Turismo? I think that's doubtful. All right, and our final question today comes from Chief Lego Man, who says, what are your thoughts on the new alien resupply mission? Do you think the mystery could have come to an end soon? So I'm kind of disappointed because I thought that the alien stuff was going to be some massive single-player DLC, when in reality, it was just a very interesting resupply mission. Now, I'm not sure if that's the end of the line as far as the Easter egg goes, or if there's going to be something else. I hope there's something else because it was kind of lackluster. You just showed up, you got the alien egg, and that's about it. The aliens didn't say anything to you, they didn't talk to you, nothing really happened. So I hope Rockstar continues it in some way, shape, or form, or at least at a minimum, that's not the end of the mystery, because I really wanted either something massive in single player that actually told us something, or something that gave us more of clues and hints rather than just a random resupply mission. But anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be answering in this week's Q&A video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As always, if you want to be potentially featured in the next one, all you got to do is go in the description, follow me on Twitter, use the hashtag AskBoss when I'm looking for Q&A questions, and you might find yourself featured in the next one. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.